Evan Jays, the boy wonder of UK Muay Thai, joins K1ANOOP. We preview Glory 53 in Lille, and we catch up with Evan also, following on from Lion Fight 42, but looking ahead at July and what's happening next, and much more. Hadouken! You were saying about one championship.
Yeah, I think they're really taking over in a way. The fighters they've got on the shows, like Petrosian, Yod, Pinkart, Nongo. I don't think you can get much more really. I think it won't be long until you see the likes of Tyjani on the show, just because he's doing so much in the sport in a minute and he's exciting, making waves. And I think in a few years, I think they're going to be the top show. I really do. You
mentioned Tyjani. Obviously,
yes.
Everyone wants to see him fight Takeru.
Yeah.
Whether we're going to actually see that or not.
I hope so. I really hope so. It's one of my dream fights to happen. I love both of them. Are in my top 5 at the moment to watch. And when I fought in Japan, I fought on the same show as Tyjani, and he really is just a class above, really is. And obviously Takeru's known around the world as being a class above as everyone, so a fight between them two really would be the dream fight at the moment anyway.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about that. You touched on it
yeah.
At the right time. Yeah, obviously, you know, you've been out there, Japan.
Yep.
Who was you fought? Tominori.
Yeah.
Now, that was an ISKO event, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't a K1 event, but with Japan, what is it that's different about the Japanese market from what you've seen with the fans, the way that the shows are? Because you've been there for K1 with the Whelan brothers, you've been there for yourself. Why is Japan so different compared to Europe?
It seems like they want to do it as best as they can. They really want to put 100% into the sport, which is incredible. You go to watch the K1 shows and it's silent in the stadiums. Everyone fixated on the fights. No one's cheering, no one's screaming until a big shot goes off and everyone goes, "Oh," and it's back to silent. And it's really quite weird to watch, but in a good way. And when we was out there with Jamie, he'd walk the streets, random streets in Japan we've never been before.
Jamie Whelan, yeah?
Yeah, and people were stopping him, crying to meet him. It's just crazy how people, the whole country, love the sport, which is wicked. It's really, really cool to see.
The other thing is, though, it's like Jamie Whelan. I don't know if there's that many people who have been put down by Takeru
and got back up
and finished the fight.
I've only seen a few people go the full 3 rounds with a Takeru, and Jamie was one of them. Even the likes of Tiger have been knocked out by him, and he's a K1 a champion. So I really don't think Jamie especially gets the recognition he deserves. He went full 3 rounds and fought as hard as he could with Takeru. Especially the last round, if you haven't seen it, they both went toe to toe, stood there and tried to knock 10 pounds out of each other, which was awesome. Really, really good fight.
You mentioned the recognition. I think it's not just Jamie Whelan, ISK world champion, K1 veteran, who's now left the sport and of kickboxing to go boxing.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's UK Muay Thai and kickboxing around the world.
Exactly.
We don't get the recognition. The fighters don't get the recognition. Forget the promotions, forget media. It's the fighters. The fighters, the athletes, don't get the recognition you deserve. What do you feel needs to be done differently to elevate the amount of exposure and coverage, the key word, and attention that you, the athletes, get?
I think Muay Thai and K1 in general should be promoted more. Like you see Nike athletes and Under Armour, and it's all boxing, it's all the same stuff, it's all running. You don't ever, I haven't ever seen K1 or Muay Thai fighters sponsored by the big brands or anything. And we put ourselves on the line every time we fight, and we put our lives on hold when we train, when we work, when we fight. And I really don't think the sport in general in England gets the coverage it needs, because it's one of the most exciting sports in the world, period. Muay Thai and K1 is one of the most exciting, brilliant sports to watch. There is, 100%. So I just think more people need to know about it as a whole, because there's nothing better than watching a good Muay Thai fight, for sure.
UK, everyone around the world knows that UK is strong for Muay Thai,
yes.
But when you come, like you and I in the sport, which it's fair to say that the 3 promotions that stand out above the crowd are, you know, Power of Scotland,
yep,
Yokkao, and last but not least, Muay Thai Grand Prix.
For sure.
You know, those are the 3 that we, as a niche sport, a niche fan following,
yeah,
we know about. The others, there's loads, there's hundreds of more promotions, but it's just like, it's not oversaturated because you need to develop fighters.
Yes.
But why is it that those 3 stand out, the others don't, but those 3 that do stand out, they're not on TV?
Yeah, it's weird. It really is. I think especially them 3 shows, they're really pushing the English boys.
Scottish and Irish and Welsh.
Yeah, all
the home nations.
Exactly. All the UK really pushing them. Get in the fights in America, Thailand, around the world, Japan, and I just think what them 3 shows are doing is really good. I think they're doing a lot for the sport in the UK.
Yeah, they certainly are. But then there's always got to be there's always a few good men that sort of lead the way, and then everyone else follows, and as time goes by.
Yeah, of course.
But then, like for yourself, you're a Muay Thai athlete first and foremost, and the industry has gone up and down in this country.
Yeah.
People like Damien trainers and loads of other people, not just Damien, loads of other people said to me, on and off the record, that's why I say loads of people, it's always said that it's always bubbled nicely, this UK market, and then it's gone down and it's gone up, it's gone down. It's never really changed and elevated. Is that the fact that it's always up and down and never really progressed further, have you ever thought about leaving Thai boxing?
There's been, to be honest, none. Not really. I love the sport, even if it was the lowest viewed or people hated it, I'd still do it because I love it, and it's what I love doing. I can't see myself doing any other sport. My dad's always said, "Why don't you go to a boxing, more money?" But I don't like it. Why would I box if I can knee and elbow? So I think I just stick to what I'm doing at the moment. I'm enjoying it. I'm doing what I love. So
on the subject of what you're doing,
yeah,
you obviously, it's been 2 weeks. Time is recording. It's 2 weeks. About 2 weeks since you fought in Lion Fight, your Lion Fight debut. Let's be honest, it went horribly wrong.
It went wrong. I took a risk in going up a weight.
2 weight classes, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I took the risk, and it didn't work out. So I can't take anything away from my opponent, Ricardo. He was super strong, and he was the better man on the day. Only thing I can do now is go back to the drawing board and get ready for the next one.
How do you pronounce Ricardo's surname?
Mixco, I think. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but Ricardo Mixco.
Yeah, no, it's obviously a highlight knockout that for him.
Yep.
Puts his name out there a lot more.
Of course.
But if it had gone the other way around, it would put your name out there even more.
It
is what it is.
It's a fight game. You win some, you lose some. You can't win them all, unfortunately.
What lessons can you take from that whole experience? What is it that has made you more enthusiastic? Because you're not depressed about it. You weren't too upset about it.
No. I was upset for a few days.
You were, I should rephrase that. For the first couple of days on Facebook, you put out some heartfelt messages.
Of course, but you can't be. I always said when a football team plays and they lost, they play again next week. So it is what it is. Go back to the drawing board, train twice as hard, get ready for my next one, and make sure the same don't happen again. Yeah,
just generally not being a bad loser. I mean, that's important. It's not a team sport. Fighting is not a team sport, it's an individual sport. So, you don't get to fight every month or every weekend, maybe every couple of months. So what kind of stuff are you telling yourself away from the cameras, away from Facebook, away from the arenas of thousands of fans? What are you telling yourself every day, every week in that gym when you're at home in your quiet moments?
It's the bait, I can do it. That's all it is. I've got to tell myself, even when I feel low, in the mornings, I get up, I don't want to train. I pick myself up. I have to do it. This is my life. There's no way about it. Some people wake up, they go to a office job. They have to get up because of that. This is my job. This is my life. I teach and I train full time, which is brilliant. It's more than I can ever ask for. So when I wake up, I think to myself, I got it good. I got it really good, to be fair. Yeah. So I can't moan. I enjoy what I do. I wake up every day feeling great because I'm doing what I love.
Obviously, July is going to be another Muay Thai Grand Prix in London. It's being headlined by your teammate, Charlie Peters, finally getting his fight with the UK's #1 and, to be honest, a living legend of the sport, Liam Harrison.
For sure.
How excited are you firstly for that fight?
I'm excited to fight on the show as well, and I'm super excited to watch it. Not just as a teammate, as a spectator, as a lover of UK Muay Thai. I can't wait for that fight. It's going to be awesome. Really looking forward to it.
Now, some might say that, you know, it's meant to happen last year. The timing last year might have been a bit better for Charlie.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Peters was on a really good run of form last year.
Yep.
This year, he started off with 2 losses.
Yep.
One was a knockout at last MTGP and then pulled out a decision loss in France to start the year, even though it's kickboxing. Whereas Liam, you know, he had the fight in France where he broke his foot. But, you know, Peters is the one that's coming off a knockout loss.
Yep.
And, you know, people will just, you know, Harrison's probably, it's fair to say that Harrison came off a loss being injured in the fight. So do you reckon that might give someone like Harrison more of that sort of mental edge in the build up to this fight?
No, I think someone who's had that many fights, I think they go into the same, they go into every fight the same. I think he's preparing for Charlie just as hard as he prepared for anyone else. Same as Charlie's for him. It's a massive fight for both of them. More so for Charlie, as it's the #1 spot. It's a fight he's wanted for a long time, and he's been set on having for a long time. So I'm just glad he's got his shot.
Yeah. Technically, how do you see, without giving the gameplay plan, because you see a lot of stuff in the gym, what are Charlie's strengths and how they match up against the strengths that Harrison has?
Liam's a very aggressive fighter. We've seen it throughout the years. He loves to scrap. He ain't scared of a scrap. But I think the way Charlie's been fighting, even in his last fight, I know he didn't go the way he wanted. It's the best I've ever seen him fight. He looked incredible, sharp, strong. So I think if Charlie fights the way he's been training, fights smart, I think he'll win for sure. I honestly believe that. Not just because he's my teammate, but whatever the way it goes, I think it's going to be an incredible fight to watch, and nobody who loves UK Muay Thai should miss that. It's going to be a really good fight.
It's fair to say that Liam is the more aggressive fighter, Charlie is more the counter fighter. Do you see it playing out that, you know, like Charlie sitting back, or do you think it could be a bit of a role reversal?
You never know. Both boys could come out, because there's been a bit of beef on Facebook before and all that. Both could come out wanting to scrap. Both could come out a bit eager because it's such a big fight. But you never know. You honestly cannot say what's going to happen in a fight. It could go completely the other way, so no one knows.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be an interesting fight. Also in July on the same card, you're fighting?
Yes.
Who have you got?
There's no match-up yet. There's no confirmation, so just training.
Who's in the pipeline potentially?
To be fair, we haven't really got anyone at the moment. There's
no one wants to fight you?
No, not so much that. We just haven't really been looking. We've still got a while. I've just come off a fight, so I've just been back in the gym training hard, and Phil, Keir, I'm going to find someone. I'm sure there's enough people around.
But Muay Thai Grand Prix 16 is, you are focused, that's going to be a return fight.
Yes.
From what happened at Line Fight 42, yeah?
That's my next fight, yes, 100%.
All right, cool. Obviously, GLORY Kickboxing are coming to the UK finally after 5 years absence.
Yeah, exciting.
Infusion are coming here. World Fighting League was supposed to be coming here, but I haven't seen that much promotional marketing material.
Yeah.
And if we just focus on Infusion and GLORY, they've both been around almost as long as each other.
Yeah.
Since the post Showtime era. 5 years it's been since GLORY came to England. And it's been about that sort of long length of time since Infusion were here.
Actually, yeah, I think I was there.
So, I mean, like obviously I think Kieran had some sort of involvement. Kieran Kedal has had some sort of involvement with Infusion coming over.
Yep.
So did likes of Vinny Shulman and so forth. But things have changed dramatically in 5 years.
Yes.
With the sport, with global kickboxing, you know, as a sport, as an industry, and also the UK scene. Now, I think it's fair to say UK, France and Holland for Thai boxing and kickboxing. I guess we can add in the Russians, but the Russians sort of keep themselves in Europe. And the Italians as well. Those are the 5 obvious countries that are right at the top.
For sure.
You know, they're at the top. But with GLORY coming back here, would you like to see them here more often?
100%, for sure. I think the UK's got a right good team of K1 guys at the moment, and ladies. So I think they not overlook, but I don't think they give the UK much of a chance at the moment. There's right good people here at the moment, like Luke Whelan, fought a K1 in Japan, fights anyone, always in an exciting fight. You've got loads, so I think it's a big deal for them to come over here and put the show on. So it's going to be good.
Yeah, it should definitely be good and exciting. Someone who is a Brit, but doesn't live in this country anymore and lives in Canada, Josh Jauncey.
Yes.
He's fighting on the Glory 54 Birmingham card in a rematch against Christian Bayer.
Yeah, it's going to be a good fight. I know Christian.
Yeah.
I speak to him a bit. He come over, I don't know how long it was, 6 years ago now. We brought him over when we was doing small shows, Nak Muay, fought Greg Wotton, and he knocked Greg out. And I've known him since then, and he's just progressed and progressed and progressed. He fought for the belt against Sitthichai, obviously didn't get the win, but he's just progressed stupidly. From that fight, I first see him, he's got better and better and better. He's got stupid power, knocks people out for fun, ridiculous. So that's going to be a really exciting fight. Be a good one.
Yeah, an exciting rematch for sure. And hopefully the UK crowd will get behind Josh Johnson because he is a Brit.
Definitely, 100%, 100%. We always like to support the UK boys, 100%. So yeah, it's going to be good.
Rico for Hohen, those of us in the sport, whether we look at his K1 rules, the Thai rules, we all know who Rico is.
Yes.
He is a genuine star.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
However, whether it's people that are your mates outside the gym and the wider, just the general public, do you think the British public even know who Rico Hohen is?
No way. If I was to go to my mates now and say, do you know who Rico is? And they'd go, no way. It's a shame because he's such a big star and he's a talent. He's one of the best, probably the best in the world at the moment at that weight. So it's crazy how we know him so much in the Muay Thai K1 world. But you go outside, you say to anyone, do you know this guy? And they have no idea. It's mad.
It generally is. This guy, whether fans, whether Badr Hari fans like myself,
yes.
I think everyone's a Badr Hari fan, let's be honest here. Yep, but we wouldn't admit it, he got that win over Badr Hari.
Yep.
Yeah, he had a fantastic stoppage win of Jamel Ben Sadiq.
Yeah.
And probably the top fight he's been most tested in since fighting Semi Schultz. And, he is the face of Glory.
Definitely, for sure.
So it'd be interesting. I mean, Glory said to me that they've got plans to do 4 events in the UK over the next 18 months.
Awesome, that's wicked.
Me telling you that.
Yeah, that's wicked. That's really cool. Yeah, that's exciting. Really, 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 that's going to be awesome. That's wicked.
Now, I know you're walking around at about, how much right now, 60?
About 60, 61.
Now, Glory, they have 65 kilos.
Yeah.
Now, you went up in 2 weight classes.
Is it,
what you look for Line Fight 42, is it too soon for you to deliberately make your body bigger right now, or do you have to give it a few years?
Yeah, I think I go up as I grow. And I mean, I'm still 18, so there's no need to put any weight on. I don't need to. I'm walking around about 60, 61 comfortably, eating what I want. So, and I think my next fight's at 54, so I'll make that weight comfortably. So there's no need sticking weight on. As I grow, as I get older, I'll put the weight on. So maybe in a few years, you'll see me there.
Yeah, unless they drop it down.
Unless they drop it down.
Like K1.
K1, the biggest weights out there are 55 to 65.
Yeah.
So, and that's the most entertaining weight, which is awesome. That's why I enjoy it so much, because it's close to my weights. You've got the Takaroos, the Tigers. So, yeah, hopefully, Glory, 55 kilos, make it happen.
Yeah, definitely. We've got when you look at the lighter weight classes,
yeah,
there is an awful lot of talent out there.
Massively, yeah, for sure. You got from the 55 to 65, England is the biggest really. So you've got the likes of, at the moment, making waves. You've got Haggerty, you've got Dan McGowan, you've got loads. And I mean, at that sort of weight, Mo just beat Manichai.
Yeah, Mo Durham knocked out Manichai.
Amazing. I watched the fight and it was incredible. From round 1, he was on him. And Manichai just didn't look like he could keep up with the pace. Mo really stuck to his game plan and performed incredibly well. So a big shout out to him. He done awesome.
Now, Mo Durham is a Glory contracted fighter.
Yes, he is.
But he's not been announced on either of the main number card, 54 card, or the Super Fight Series. But Bailey Sugden is, Jamie Bates is. Can you make any sense of why someone like Mo Durham, who's like one of the most exciting fighters in this country, is not on the Glory card? Yeah,
it's weird because I'm sure, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Mo beat Bailey Sugden in a tournament?
Correct, on the road to Glory final. But 8-man tournament final beat him.
That's it.
Or was it 4-man tournament? Whatever it was a tournament and he beat Bailey in the final. Yeah, and still got their contracts.
Still got a while, so his name might pop up. Hopefully, because he deserves it, especially after that win with Manichai, he really does. So hopefully we see him on it.
Yeah, hopefully we see him on it. Hopefully we can see you on sometime in the future and on a Glory event.
Hopefully.
But it's just like if Glory are going to invest in the UK, it's the right time. There's no better time, is there?
Yeah.
They missed this wave now. You think if Glory don't hit the ground running and invest in the UK, any chance of developing the brand of Glory and the sport is going to go? Leave it any later?
I'm not too sure. I don't know really. I think they've come at the right time. I think we've really got a good stable of K1 fighters in the UK and Muay Thai. I think at the moment the UK is really booming. I think we're really making waves.
Yeah, I think, another thing is that people might go, oh, Thai boxing different to kickboxing. Yes, but let's be honest. Georgia Petrosian is Muay Thai fight, transition kickboxing, Gokinsaki.
Yokkao.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
It's not like our British Thai boxers cannot adapt.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Charlie won an 8-man tournament in Fusion last year.
Yeah.
Liam has fought kickboxing. So it's not as if our lot can't do it. Our lot are more than capable of transitioning
for sure
to and from each rule set. Mo Durman, Thai boxing and kickboxing, isn't
it?
So time will tell. Be interesting ahead.
Time will tell. Yeah.
So on the subject of Glory 53 in France, Thongchai versus Cedric Doumbe is headlining.
That's gonna be a really good fight.
The Super Fight Series card.
Yep.
Thongchai, tell us how do you think it weighs up for Thongchai? You had that bad knockout loss against Gronhart, but he's an exciting fighter, isn't he?
Very exciting. Yeah, very exciting fighter. So as Doumbe, I think it's gonna be alright. I think that's gonna be a test of who wants it more. I think they're both gonna come out to fight. And I think that's gonna be a true test of who wants it more, who's got the bigger heart. So that's gonna be a good fight, a good headlining fight.
Yeah, now Doumbe, he's obviously lost the title. Wasn't able to dominate as a champion.
Yeah.
But what is it about Cedric Doumbe's fighting style that people have a hard time? Nicky Holzgen had a hard time.
He's very awkward, which makes it hard, which gives people hard times. It's a lot easier to fight a relaxed fighter than an erratic fighter like he is. And he gives people a hard time because of his style, and people become unstuck.
Yeah, the truth is, it's a lot of the movement as well.
Exactly
the movement is quite unique for traditional Thai, traditional kickboxing. We can say traditional kickboxing because people are more used to like this coming forward.
Yeah.
And that's it. But he has the movement, a lot of the evasiveness, he'll use the ring space.
Yeah, for sure.
To frustrate you. So on Glory 53 Lille, the actual main number card event, that Sitthichai is fighting Tyjani Beztati. Now Beztati is, I've interviewed Beztati in depth. It's on the K1ANOOP channel, on Facebook page and stuff like that. What a kid! He's early 20s, late teens, like yourself.
Whoa.
I think he's a couple of years older than you. He's early 20s, exciting fighter, has burst on the Glory scene quite emphatically with his performances at Glory 41 and Den Bosch, and now he's worked his way up into a position where he's now challenging
Sitthichai.
Undoubtedly, would you say Sitthichai is the best lightweight in the world?
100%, without a doubt, for sure. He's proved it time and time again. He's had that belt for a ridiculously long time, and I don't think there's anyone I know of that is going to take the belt away from him anytime soon.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting matchup. I mean, what do you think it takes what would it take to not just defeat Sitthichai, but to defeat him in a convincing manner where if you don't knock him out, the judges will give it to you? What would be your game plan to defeat Sitthichai?
Bring a bat. I honestly don't think there's many people out there at the moment who will come close to beating him. He's got an aggressive style, but he's also the smart. He uses his brain as well. His kicks are ridiculous. No one can get close to him because of the power of his kicks. And as soon as they step in, the kick comes. He's got ridiculous power in his hands as well. So he's just an all-round animal. So I think he's going to have that belt for a while, to be honest.
Yeah, he's an animal indeed.
Yeah.
He's just too tough. And I won't be surprised if he goes on to dominate possibly longer than Holzgen did as a champion in Glory.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that for sure.
It's going to take some beating to stop him, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to take a freak of nature to come along.
All right, social media. Of all your social media, what's the main one that you're always on and people can reach out to you the easiest?
Instagram, for sure, Evan_Jays. Facebook's just Evan Jays. Twitter is @Fster1.
And don't forget to subscribe to the K1ANOOP YouTube channel and like K1ANOOP on Facebook. And the podcast is back. And Evan, you're on it first on Tuesday.
Wicked.
So don't forget the K1ANOOP Show is the name of the podcast. It's available on iTunes, Podbean, Overcast and plenty of other apps too. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool doing interview, not just talking about my fights. It's cool. It's nice to talk about.
You can leave it on. You can say that to the camera. Go on, say it to the camera.
Yeah, it's nice to talk about the whole world of Muay Thai and K1 instead of just me all the time.
Yeah.
So it's nice to talk about other things, other people doing stuff in the UK, other shows. It's nice. It's cool.
Yeah, that's the main thing with the K1ANOOP content. It's about
it's
delivering, you know, rich content, valuable content that everyone around the world
enjoys
and
to
in
watch,
the UK is really gonna like, you know, consume thoroughly because it's what you want. It's what you don't get from anywhere else, but you'll get it via K1ANOOP for all things in the world kickboxing and UK Muay Thai. That's it.
Wicked, man.
Cheers, man.
That was awesome.